Today, we're diving into an important but often overlooked topic: emotional manipulation in relationships. Whether it's a romantic partner, a friend, or even a family member, manipulation can sneak into your life without you even realizing it. And let's be honest, it's not always easy to recognize, especially when it's coming from someone you care about. So in this video, we'll break down the 7 most common signs of emotional manipulation and help you spot them before they take a toll on your well-being. Let's get started. 1. They give you the silent treatment to punish you. Healthy relationships are built on communication, but manipulators, they use silence as a weapon. Let's say you upset them. Maybe you called them out on something they did. Instead of talking about it, they shut down completely. No texts, no calls, no explanation, just silence. This isn't just about cooling off, it's about making you suffer. The goal is to make you feel so uncomfortable, so anxious, so desperate for their attention that you'll do anything to fix things, even if you weren't the one who did anything wrong. And the second you apologize or beg for their attention, they've won. 2. They use love as a weapon. Love should never be conditional, but manipulators often use it as a bargaining chip. They might say things like, "If you really loved me, you'd do this for me," or "I guess you don't care about me anymore." This tactic preys on your desire to be loved and accepted. It makes you feel like you have to earn their love by doing what they want. How to handle it? True love isn't about keeping score or meeting conditions. If someone is using love as a weapon, it's a sign that they're more interested in control than in a healthy relationship. 3. They isolate you from others. Manipulators often try to isolate their victims from friends and family. They might criticize your loved ones, make you feel guilty for spending time with them, or even forbid you from seeing them altogether. The goal is to make you dependent on them so they can control you more easily. How to handle it? Maintain your connections with the people who care about you. If someone is trying to cut you off from your support system, it's a major red flag. 4. Creating chaos and blame shifting. Some manipulators thrive in creating chaos, then shifting the blame to you. They'll start an argument over something small and escalate it into a huge conflict. The goal is to exhaust you emotionally, making you feel like you're the one causing the problems when they're the ones instigating it. This can happen in many ways. They might provoke an argument, then when it gets heated, they shift the narrative, making you feel like you're the one who started it. Over time, you might feel like you're always walking one's hells, afraid that any small thing you do will lead to an explosive argument. This constant cycle of chaos and blame can make you feel like you're the one in the wrong all the time, creating a toxic environment where emotional manipulation thrives. 5. They play the victim in every situation. No matter what happens, they're always the victim. If you express your feelings, they somehow turn the conversation into how they are the one suffering. Let's say you tell them, "I feel like you don't appreciate me." Instead of addressing your concern, they say, "Wow, after everything I do for you, this is how you see me? I guess I'm just a terrible partner." Now, instead of your feelings being heard, you end up comforting them. See how that works? They flip the script so that you're too busy reassuring them to notice that your original concern never got resolved. 6. They make you feel guilty for everything. You come home after a long day, excited to share something that's been bothering you. But before you can even finish, they sigh, rub their temples, and say, "You always do this. Do you even care about how stressed I am?" Suddenly, the conversation isn't about you anymore, it's about them. You started with valid feelings, but now you're apologizing for speaking up at all. This is how manipulators operate. They twist every situation so that you're always in the wrong, even when you're not. The more guilty you feel, the more power they have. And over time, you start censoring yourself, walking on eggshells to avoid another guilt trip. But love isn't about carrying constant guilt. It's about feeling heard, respected, and safe to express yourself without fear of being blamed for everything. And finally, they make you feel unlovable without them. This is the final trick of an emotional manipulator, making you believe that no one else would ever love you the way they do. They'll say things like, "No one else would put up with you. You're lucky I'm still here. If you leave, you'll regret it." And over time, you start to believe it. You stay not because you're happy, but because you're afraid that they might be right. But here's the truth. They're not right. You are lovable, you are worthy, and you do not need to stay in a relationship that makes you feel otherwise. Emotional manipulation is one of the most toxic things in a relationship, but the moment you recognize it, you take back control. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more relationship advice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.